I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for 12 years. When we first started dating, I had a son from a previous relationship, and he was all for it. I mean, everything was nice in the beginning. After maybe about a year, I started seeing some red flags here and there. When I was about to make that decision to move, out of that relationship, I found out I was pregnant, so I stayed. We now have 3 kids together. I haven't left because I don't want my kids to have that void that I had of not having my father in the picture growing up. I'm stuck. I feel stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a bad person. I mean, I work full time. I'm going to school to be a better person, to provide for my kids. I'm not, instead of him building me up, he's bringing me down. I mean, I've invested 12 years into this relationship. Honestly, my heart doesn't want to let go, but my head is telling me, yo, snap out of it, snap out of it.
Who in here ain't picked the wrong one time? Now, when you pick the wrong one time, and it lasts for 12 years, it's time to unpick him. Now, listen to me. Let me help you with a couple things. First of all, you said you don't want your kids to go through what you went through and have a broken home. Kids would rather be from a broken home than to live in a broken home. Your kids know you're unhappy. They would rather be in a house where this guy wasn't in it and seeing their mama smile again. They'll be fine. Ladies, take the blame off yourself. Men are really, really good at that, making you think something wrong with you. Oh, real men don't really operate like that. But you got so many men out here from these broken homes. You got so many men out here that ain't had a father figure, that didn't tell them what real men really do. That real men buckle down. That real men meet a woman and put her on a pedestal and treat her like a queen. Real men get taught this. When you don't have a man that's been taught that, you're dealing with a man that don't have all the qualities of manhood. The other reason you don't want to get out is because you got 12 years in.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. On a scale of 1 to 10, how have those 12 years been?
5.
Man, 5. That's 50% is an F at all schools. 50% is an F. If you've been in a relationship for 12 bad years, do you want to do 12 more?
Hell no.
The answer,
Hell no.
you can't do 12 more of these. Stop collecting red flags. Yep. What y'all saving them for? Once you get so many red flags, y'all ought to sew them all together, tie them around your neck, and fly your ass out of there. Seriously, man. Now, Mary, let me say this to you. I bet if they took a vote, you'd probably be Mother of the Year. I bet you would. I bet you got friends in your life that think you're the best friend in the world. Your employer probably loves to see you walk through that door. Am I right about them things? I know I am.
That's true. Absolutely. Your kids are the big thing for you, and I was that kid. My mom has 6, and she stayed. But I promise you, Steve is 100% right. We would rather come home and let you two be separate and watch my mother be happy, because I would have killed for her to just leave. Because like you could see it. You can see it. I don't care how much you guys try to hide it. We know.
Yeah.
And we always will.
They do.
We do.
Quit tripping. First of all, we don't want 12 more years of that. So the way to not have 12 more years of that is to get out this year. Mm-hmm. Take your kids and go. Let me ask you something. Do you have some friends that would help you? I bet you got one of your girlfriends that been told you to leave 100 times.
She's backstage.
She backstage.
She sure is.
She's in the green room.
Go get her. Go bring her. Just come over here and sit next to your girl right there. Keep giving her some support. What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica?
Yes.
I told her, I said, I bet you got a friend that done probably told you 50 times to leave him. Oh. That's you? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
You've told her that?
You're downplaying it. It's been a lot more than...
Oh, about 150? 300 times? You tell her every day for 12 years? But that's it, you got support. You're gonna be fine. You got a lot of women on this stage that have been in that same predicament. Hey, listen, in closing, ladies, let me tell you this here. I want you all to understand something. That you all were created not by your father. Your creation came from your heavenly Father. He has cared about you from day one. Everything you thought you wasn't gonna get through, your heavenly Father done got you through it anyway. As a matter of fact, your track record for surviving bad days, undurable moments, things that would normally break you, your track record for surviving all them days, everybody in here is 100%. That's a pretty good record, man. You done got past all of them, you gonna get past all of the rest of them to come. Where's Stormy? Okay, Stormy is a 24-year-old who has already gone through a divorce. So Stormy, what's going on in your dating life?
So Steve, when I was 19, I got with a man that was 13 years older than me. And he wasn't the best choice. I mean, he was a hood booger. He used to deal drugs and type of stuff like that. So that wasn't the best choice for me to start with. And after 5 years, that didn't work out. And I'm actually going through a divorce, so I'm still legally married, but I have a new man, same age range. And basically, growing up, my mother just raised me by herself, and my father, he wasn't around. So I never saw like a healthy relationship. I never saw how two people were supposed to, be together. So my choice in picking men hasn't been the best. And also, my mother always chased men for happiness. And she was never happy because she just got with the first dude that called her pretty or whoever could fill that space. I'm trying not to repeat this, and I'm trying not to chase after men because I'm still legally married, and I'm already in a relationship, and I'm hoping it works and everything like that, but I just don't want to kind of go through the same cycle.
Okay, since we're going to be talking so much about fathers, let me say this before I start, because I'm not clinically trained. Even though I haven't done it myself personally, I do recommend that sometimes you talk to someone who can help you if you have what you think are daddy issues. Because some of the stuff can be dealt with if you just get it out and get a clearer understanding, maybe some clinical help. All I can give you is common sense, experience, advice. So let me say this, now that I've cleared that up. You may have some daddy issues, but some of this stuff you can prevent yourself. Number one, the divorce ain't no paperwork signed. You've already entered into another relationship with the same age difference. And Stormy, what you've done is you haven't given yourself a chance to be you. I tell women all the time, sometimes the breakup is the blessing. Sometimes, man, it's just what you needed. I got you put 5 years into it, but guess what? Maybe, could it possibly be? Let's let Stormy discover what Stormy likes to do. When you wake up, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go? Who would you pick as your friends? See, when you get married at a young age, you got to do everything together, and you got to take into consideration what somebody else wants. This would be a really, really good time for you to just discover who you are. What do you want for breakfast? If there was no relationship, who is Stormy? What would Stormy be like if Stormy didn't have to perform for a man? Who is Stormy?
I don't know.
That's right. You should take this time to just figure out who you are. Because you don't have to be in a relationship to be okay. And so far, you haven't been in a good one. You've heard old people say this, I can do bad all by myself.
Yes.
That's a very true statement. Look, you're a beautiful young girl. Just stop trying to be somebody's woman.
We live together.
Who lives together?
I'm with my boyfriend, my new boyfriend. Because I'm engaged.
Huh? Okay, Stormy.
It's not.
Stormy,
Yeah.
are you really happy right now?
Yes. I haven't been happy for 5 years.
Okay, what's the dilemma?
I have a problem with that because I know I'm doing something wrong. I am chasing after somebody, and I am chasing this relationship to make me happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you never took time to be happy yourself.
Yeah.
You know, the person that finds real peace and joy is the person that can sit somewhere by himself and be all right with that.
Yeah.
And just be all right with that, man. You gotta give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
Why don't you just try this? You can say, you know what? I kind of jumped into this a little bit too quick. Let me get my own place. Because I really got to settle. And I think it's only right that I wait until I'm completely divorced. Let me get my bearings and go discover you. Because there's a big difference between fun and joy.
Yeah.
Fun, you got to go participate in an activity to have fun. Joy resides within.
Okay.
That would really help you.
That's
Because you know what? If you're sitting here saying you're chasing after something
Yeah.
and you done got into something, it's because you realize you're chasing it.
Yeah.
Just stop chasing it, Stormy. You fine. Let me ask you a question. By show of hands, how many of you can relate to what Stormy is saying, though? Wow, really?
Me.
Really?
Definitely.
So, Stormy, you ain't by yourself. You got a sisterhood here. Hey, the conversation is just getting started, everybody. We'll be right back. Hey, you made it to the end of this video. I got a lot more that you're gonna enjoy, so just click to watch the next one. And make sure you subscribe to always know what's happening.